This is Radio TV Phono Nut, and we have some unboxing to take care of. Now, what's supposed to be in this box is the first transistorized talking book machine for the blind and physically handicapped. Someone who I've been in contact with who works for one of the talking book libraries, I believe he found this at the library he works for, and of course it's highly obsolete now, and they gave him the okay to send it to me, so we're going to open it up and see what we got. Alright, looks like he double boxed it, which is nice, so eBay sellers, pay close attention. Alright, now then, we're at a point where I can lift out this box. Okay, he even wrapped the handle up to give it some protection and put some plastic packing peanuts in the area here to protect the knobs, and put some more peanuts under here to keep the bottom ventilation grill from getting bent. Okay, this is a Model E1 with serial number 133, so this is a lower production one. In fact, they didn't make many of this model at all. Like I said, this was the very first solid state model, and it was built like a tank, but they were expensive to build, so they didn't build many of them. They kept building the tube type models up until sometime in '68, and then that's when everything went plastic and solid state. Alright, let's open the lid and see what we got. Ooh, lots of packing peanuts. I better do this off camera. It's kind of windy out here today. Okay, he tied the tone arm to the rest so it wouldn't move and bounce around and get damaged. He told me he unplugged the needle cartridge assembly and taped it under the tone arm, so that's it right there. And then he taped the speed selector in the neutral position so it couldn't move during transit. So yeah, this thing was packed well to make the trip. Okay, here's the needle cartridge assembly. It's an astatic 83D. Physically, it's just like the 89T school record player cartridges. The difference between this cartridge and the school record player cartridge is this particular cartridge uses 2 0.7mm diamond tips. So when you wear one side out, you just flip it over to the other side and you're ready to go. Here's the plate containing the needle information that is actually easier for me to read through the camera viewfinder. The cartridge in this unit has 2 needles capable of giving several years of service. For renewal, please order your cartridge from your machine agency. And then over here we have the ID plate, Reproducer E1, property of U.S. Government, Library of Congress, Division for the Blind, manufactured by Waters Conley Incorporated, blah blah blah. Speed 33 1/3, 16 2/3, and 8 1/3 RPM. Do not use with direct current. And here's our speed selector, 8, neutral, 16 33. Alright, let's just go plug this in and see what happens. Alright, here's a 16 RPM record. Let's see if it has any signs of life. Nope, it doesn't appear that it does. See, this has a circuit breaker on it. Let's see if it's tripped. it appears to be that nobody's home. Okay, since this has no activity whatsoever, that leads me to believe that we're probably not getting AC power, and there's one of four things that can be causing that. 1, a defective power cord. 2, an open circuit breaker. 3, a bad power switch, which is unlikely. Or 4, the automatic cutoff switch that's supposed to stop the machine when the arm gets to the end of the record, and that cutoff switch is bad about becoming misaligned and fouled up. That might have been one reason why they didn't keep these around. That might have been an issue with these, and I suspect what happened is this thing stopped working, and the patron that had it sent it back in for repair, and then they were just sent a new machine, a later model machine, and this one just hung around the library until it was dug out and sent to me. And here's the underside. As you can see, 100% American-made components, all wired point to point, no printed circuit boards, built like a tank. Big 4-pole motor for the turntable. Schematic diagram in the bottom of the cabinet, which is nice. All germanium transistors. Alright, all the date codes I'm seeing point to late 1965. So, yeah, this is pretty early for solid state. And when you read the history page on their website, they don't even mention this machine as being the first transistorized machine. This is the one they mention as being the first transistorized machine. Yes, this was the first series in a plastic case, but obviously not the first transistor model. This is a model AE5A built by Warwick Electronics. Actually, the very first one was the AE5. The only difference I see between the two is this one has thumb wheel controls. The AE5 had 2 white rotary pots here on the front. As far as solid state machines go, the best ones are this early wooden one and these earlier large plastic case models, the AE5, 5A, AE6, A70, and A71. The A72 and later, they kind of cheaped out on them. And then the really bad one was the A1 from the 1990s. Had some useful features to it, but not very good sound quality. Okay, the trouble was indeed the end of record cutoff switch. And to the person who sent me this, you know who you are. I thank you very much for doing it. It's greatly appreciated, and I always love getting a hold of these older talking book players. So, yeah, we'll get this thing in tip-top shape before long, and it'll be as good as new.
Which is made up of voluntary contributions by pupils in elementary.
Yeah, this is a 16 RPM record, but it'll only go on 33. And it's
throughout the United States. Read by Britt Blackwell and Terry Hayes Seals. Table of contents. Side 1.
Yeah, this will definitely need an overhaul, but it will get that in the near future. So, thanks for watching, and more to come later.